Well, I do maths and computing, and I wanted something that was a bit different, and film was just something I've always loved watching, so I thought, well, I'll do that. It keeps my variety of subjects more interesting.
I chose to study A-level film studies because I was coming for the open day at Sixth Form, and I had a look around all the subjects, and that was the one that stood out to me. It seemed the most interesting and one that I really wanted to look at.
I chose film studies because I've always been interested in films ever since for a young age, really. It's been something we do in our family regularly, watching Christmas films, for instance.
They're very discussion based, so you have a lot of discussions. You watch a bit of a film, you have a class discussion about it, find other people's opinions. You do a little bit of essay writing as well, but that's all fun as well. And you do some theory, practical, so you have actually filming a short film yourself as well.
Well, because everyone sees something like different in the film, it's like very about the class discussion, everyone like giving a different perspective on something that's in the film usually. So we'll go through a scene and everyone will say something, usually everyone says something different about the scene, and it's quite good to have that different perspective as it helps when you're doing a test, for example.
It's very interactive, everyone has a say, even if you don't put your hand up sometimes, everyone has a say, which you should do really.
The intervention's very helpful that we have, what helps me the most is the online resources, like having stuff to go through, just like different ways, because it's all about different perspectives. Film, it's like they have a ton of like reviewers or critics perspectives on the films we watch, and it really helps me like when I'm writing an essay to reference that and just that kind of extra sort of different perspectives.
I'd say you mostly benefit when it's during coursework time. I'd say it's best to ask questions regularly because it does get quite difficult at times, and if you can see the teacher whenever, intervention sessions before or after.
We have access to Moodle, so that has lots of resources on it. We have past papers, past exam answers, and we also have lots of things like access to all the films on stream as well, so that's really useful.
My favourite part, say, would be probably exploring global film, so European film, Brazilian film. It's really interesting to find out how different countries perceive film.
Probably like really going deep into film, because usually before this, I'd look at, I'd have my perspective, but I keep going back to perspectives, but that is what I'm really interested in, like seeing how these other people look at this, something that I look at my own way. As I've definitely learned a lot of different things about the way I look at stuff from those class discussions and online resources.
My favourite part is doing the short film ourselves. It's a 5-minute film that you do, and it's just a lot of fun to like experiment with different styles and stuff and the cameras and everything.
Something related to film studies actually at uni level.
I'm planning on studying acting and drama at the university, so that will kind of link with film studies a bit as well. But yeah, I think also the discussion skills in film studies will help with that as well. I think it's a really good subject. I think they should definitely go for it and have fun with it. It's a fun option, especially if you're taking heavy things along with it. Even if you're not, if you're doing creative things, it kind of meshes with everything. So it's a really good one to have in there.
I'd say do it, but keep an open mind when you go in to do it, because it's not everything I expected it to be, but I've definitely still really enjoyed it.